Well, we're in one of the most beautiful and precious places in England. Whether you look at it from an architectural point of view, value to a community or value to a country, this is the church of Our Lady and St. Ignatius. It is a special place, it's a Catholic place, and it's a place where the Catholic faith never died. This church was originally owned by the Arundel family, the Arundels of Laherne, who then passed it to the Arundels of Wardour. It was purchased by the Weld family, and eventually in 1784, when Thomas Weld of Lulworth was given permission to build the first Catholic church after the Reformation, he went on, having done that and demonstrated that Catholics could live successfully in a community, he bought a series of estates for his sons. And one of the sons, Humphrey Weld, was given Chideock. From then on, the Weld family built this church. They celebrated, first of all, by turning the barn into a church running north-south. And then, finally, Charles Weld, in honour of his parents, built the church we're sitting in. He was an amateur. He'd travelled, he'd experienced many types of architecture around the world, but he wasn't a trained architect. He just put all the influences he had into one pot, as it were. So this has Romanesque features, Italianate features, Gothic features, Baroque features, particularly the statue of Our Lady above the altar. And when people eventually came to evaluate it, they got people like Nicholas Pevsner to write about it, and he said, well, it's a mishmash, but it's a mishmash that works. It's therefore a most unusual amateur ecclesiastical building. It's got features in it carved by Charles Weld himself. The paintings are his own and therefore rather unique. The altar was decorated by members of the Weld family, as the vestments were made by them. And around the church, looking around the church, you will see paintings of the Martyrs, all done by him before he died. He's buried in the church here, as are other Welds. This is essentially a family church. It's a private church. It is, of course, and always has been, the church for the village itself and the people around here. We have a Mass every Friday, and there are many other activities associated with it being a Marian shrine, a shrine to Our Lady. So we have pilgrimages here, and it's open all the time for private worship. But it is a church for the community as well as a church for a family.
I'm Andrew Stone. I'm an architect based in Dorset. I've been asked to help the church look at the dome. We believe the present dome is not original, it's leaking and causing a number of problems. A project to repair the leakage that we have in the roof gives us the opportunity to consider reinstating the original form of the dome. This was a tiled dome, much more in keeping with the spirit of the church's interior. We have an original photograph from the 19th century showing a tiled dome, a polychromatic dome, and we're investigating restoration of this dome. The church still retains approximately 500 of the original tiles from the original dome. These are a mixture of red and blue tiles. If we can undertake the project in the spirit of the original dome, we would link this in with renewing the guttering and the downpipes, and thereby address the ingress of water, which is currently causing damage to the building's interior. We've drawn up plans to reinstate the dome. We've investigated where we can. We've spoken with builders who have given us the costings. We've spoken with specialist suppliers. We have a project figure of £100,000 which we need to raise, and any donations that you would be able to make would be very, very welcome. For more information and to show your support, please visit www.chideockmartyrschurch.org.uk. Thank you.